Yes, sir. Good luck. Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are fishing the last Central Florida Slay Nation Trail event out here on Lake Reedy on the southern end of Central Florida. I'm excited to wrap up this tournament season. It has been an awesome year. I've been able to finish in first in several events and place high in several others, and it's just been a great tournament year, and I'm hoping to be able to end this tournament year on a high note. The one big factor today is the wind. The wind is going to be blowing out of the north at a sustained 10 miles an hour first thing, and then it's going to get up to potentially 15 to 16 miles an hour before the day is done. Another thing to consider is coming into this tournament blind. So never been out on this lake before, and so we're just going to try to figure out a pattern and see if we can dial these fish in. First cast is at 6, last cast is at 2:30. Longest 5 bass wins. So let's see if we can put something together, get a competitive bag, and see if we can finish this year off strong. As always, y'all, I appreciate you watching. Now let's go fishing. Alrighty, it is 7 o'clock. We were able to make our first cast. I don't even know what a competitive score is going to be today. Again, just trying to get that limit, and then we'll cull up from there. First, we gotta get the skunk out of the boat, not even get a limit. Need to see what kind of mood these bass are in. Oh man, I just got schooled. Well, that was definitely a bass. Can't make too many mistakes like that. I'm gonna throw up into the nasty stuff. It's definitely a high risk game. Oh man. Alright. There's got to be some small fish out there. That's the third bite. And they are not taking the speed worm well. I don't know why. Just pulled the speed worm right off the hook. That is 3 bites that I've had on the speed worm so far. So it's good to know that they will react to the speed worm. It is not good that I have 3 bites and not a single fish in the boat. 2 of those bass I know are very small. If they can't grab this worm all the way, that's not the class of fish we're looking for. However, it is good to know that the speed worm will get these bass to react. Hopefully we can get a decent sized one to react here soon. The one that got me wrapped up in the lily pad, I think, was a good one. So we'll spend some more time with the speed worm. Whenever a small one bites it, I am going to mix in that drop shot just to present a smaller bait. So maybe I can fill a limit that way. So far it has not worked. I turned on my electronics. Yep, see, there's another small one. Took my worm. We may just have to move, because these bass clearly are too small. They can't even grab a speed worm. There's one. Okay, that'll keep. At least get the day kicked off. It's not a bad one. Small little keeper. Today the minimum is 10 inches. I think that's gonna be like 12 or 13. Well, it's nice to see that the drop shot and the speed worm as a 1-2 punch might work. All right, 13 1/4. Nice way to kick off the morning. Thank you, buddy. Okay, skunk is out of the boat. Goal 1 complete. Now there is not a lot of submergent grass in this lake. I've turned on my electronics briefly. It's all of this emergent stuff, so we're gonna be targeting a lot of that today. The depth we're fishing right now is only like 3 or 4 foot. A deep spot in this lake is 12, so we're just going to stick to these outside kind of Kissimmee grass lines. Now that bass was plenty big to eat the speed worm. I don't know why, if those bass are that size, they aren't picking up that speed worm. But anyway, I'm glad we were able to connect with a drop shot. Cover a little water with a speed worm. I don't even know what a good bag today would be. I would like to crack 80 inches today. I feel like that would be a very, very competitive bag, but you never know, somebody could get on them and get over 90 inches. But for us, we're just trying to fill the limit right now. Seeing some isolated lily pads here. Wow. How did I miss that fish? I am fishing sloppy. Just picked up, ran with it, and spit it out. What on earth? He hit it hard. Pulled it right out of his mouth. What am I doing? Well, that was a real bummer that I missed out on that fish and not slacking my line. I pulled the bait right out of its mouth. I'm definitely going to say that was my fault. Okay, we're going to put drop shot up for a little bit. I've missed probably 2 or 3 keepers, but trying to focus on the task at hand and continue to put fish in the boat and not let that get to me. But keepers are always good to have first thing in the morning. Just gonna keep on trying to find productive water. This is definitely a good little spot. I'll come back to it if I have to, but we're gonna move on and see if we can find another area. I picked that area clean for about the first hour and a half. I got several bites and I only capitalized on one of them, which is a real shame. But I'm gonna move on, try a couple more areas out, and go from there. You have got to be kidding me. How am I missing so many on the drop shot? That is a shame. What on earth? I have never missed so many on a drop shot first thing. Didn't feel like a giant, but it felt like a keeper. Right now, a keeper would go a long way. I have missed 2 important fish on a drop shot. I couldn't even tell you the last time that happened. My drop shot hookup ratios are typically well north of like 90%. I mean, normally they are really, really high. And to already have missed 2 keepers, I'm trying not to let that get to my head. I'm not getting a good feel for any of this stuff over here, so I'm gonna head back over to my first spot. Hopefully nobody's over there, and we're gonna try to pick that clean again. I at least was getting bit over there. I spent about an hour over in several different spots just cycling through baits with no luck. So we're gonna head back over here and see if maybe we can get 1 or 2 more keepers. Oh man, that was the luck that we needed. That was the luck we needed. That was too close. All right, I got another keeper flipping. Oh, I saw that fish fly in slow motion. Our series of unfortunate events ended for at least that chapter, because that just about added another sob story. I'm happy to see this fish. 12.5. I will take it. Thanks, buddy. So it is currently 10:30. I just submitted my 2 fish to Tourney X. I did not look at the standings. I am definitely lost right now, and I have people fishing on either side of me. So I really don't even know where to go or what to do. I guess I'm gonna make a run further east, see what's over here. But the tournament is about halfway over. Got 2 fish. Got about 4 hours to catch 3 more, and hopefully catch 1 or 2 cull fish. But right now I'm not even worried about cull fish, I'm just worried about keepers. So let's head over here a little further east and see what else we can find, because everything that is to the west of me, I think, is getting fished. All right. Oh, and it came right off. Oh man, I don't know why this drop shot is not getting pegged. Number 3. That might be the best one so far, which isn't saying much. Hey, that is 13.5. I will definitely take that. That's number 3. Thanks, buddy. Well, I'm glad we made a pit stop here. I was not planning on fishing here. All keepers are welcome to board right now. It's so tough out here. I think that just having a limit, you have a potential to be competitive. I know it's hard to tell, but that wind is blowing really hard. If you get off shore more than 30-40 yards, you start getting taken away pretty quickly. So I'm having to hug the bank, and it's really limiting where I can fish, but we're just doing what we can. Need 2 more keepers. Okay, just a quick midday update. Still have 3 fish. We officially entered into the afternoon, and I am just not confident with what we are doing. So I'm gonna start heading back towards the ramp and start fishing the docks along the way. With the sun being so high, I'm hoping that some bass that are willing to bite are gonna get sucked up underneath the docks, and maybe we can scrape up 2 more bites. But what I'm doing right now is not working. I'm constantly cycling through baits and nothing is sticking. So let's just start skipping docks. I'm hoping that there's some bass up underneath here and we can fill a limit. That's all I'm asking for today. I think if we can just fill a limit, we may have a competitive bag. I don't know. I don't even know what it's going to take to win today. But for us, we're just trying to fill this limit still. So let's go over here. We're going to start heading towards the west side of the lake, towards the launch, and see if we can find any keepers. These docks are casting a pretty dark shadow. These bass aren't anywhere else. Maybe they're relating to these docks in some way. There's not a lot of docks out here that are sitting in 4+ feet of water. That's typically how deep I like docks to be when I fish them, but maybe we can make something work. Days like today will make you very thankful for whenever you're catching a lot of bass. Because right now, I almost have this feeling I'm fishing in a barrel with no fish. It's hard to stay mentally engaged, but I'm trying. I don't know how many more docks to skip till I wave the white flag and just go back to throwing the drop shot. So I haven't even gotten a bite skipping docks. After you skip 8 to 10 docks and you don't get bit, you start to get concerned. Further I go to the west side of the lake, the stronger the wind is getting, it's going to be hard to hold position to skip docks anyway. Guess I'm going to go back where I started this morning, throw around the drop shot for about the next hour and a half, and then we'll call it a day. Wow. I finally caught one, and that ain't 10 inches by a long shot. Wow. Well, at least it broke up the monotony. Thank you, buddy. Oh man, got excited there for a second. Had a little less than an hour. That really would have helped if that was 10 inches. All right, that should keep. Okay, that's number 4. I'm sad to say it, but I'm very happy to see him. Thank you, buddy. Okay, one more. Got 45 minutes to catch one more. No! How did that come off? I have never lost so many fish on a drop shot before. I'm checking my hooks. They are sharp. Very sharp. I just truly cannot believe that. Last cast. Well, I guess the limit just wasn't meant to be today. It certainly wasn't from a lack of trying. Alrighty, everybody, tournament is over. That was a tough day. This wind had me stuck in this north corner all day, and I was just going through the same area, and you saw I interacted with a limit, but I was unable to fill a limit. This is the first time I haven't filled a limit in 2 years of tournament kayak bass fishing. I hate to end the year like this, but unfortunately that is fishing, and it definitely makes you appreciate the good days of bass fishing. I've been very fortunate this year in most of my tournaments, but today, for some reason, I lost 3 or 4 key fish, at least fish that were going to help fill the limit. But we just weren't able to connect with them, and unfortunately, we only have 4 fish in the bag, so we do not have a competitive bag today to be in the money, I'm sure. I am interested to see where the guys finished, so I am currently heading back to the launch to see how everybody did, so stick around to see how everybody else fared with the day. But as always, y'all, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel a great deal. Thank y'all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
Third place was 74.25, Mr. Foley. In second place, 80.25.
Hey there.
First place, 85.75, and Big Bass.
If you'd like to share some secrets, we're all here.